What up, Dokkanners? We got some more announcements for upcoming EZAs. We got 5, 6. We got a lot of them, but we don't have all of it. So we've got the baby here. We've got Pan. We've got Hanky Trunks. We've got the GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then we've got the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But we don't have the Legion of Shadow Dragons. I was going to say Legion of Doom. Legion of Shadow Dragons. So that, I'm assuming, will probably be announced with the incoming Clash, which is now currently unavailable. They'll probably make an announcement in a couple of days, I would imagine. If not, then probably next week, because looks like this is all going to be part of this upcoming week. Maybe the following week they'll do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of these, and then remember, always reserve final judgment for the actual showcases. Now, one very interesting comment that I saw in my previous video, didn't get to I saw it, and then you guys also mentioned it on a live stream, was that this character and the GT Super Saiyan 3, which it didn't really quite register. These characters you will not be able to use on every single challenge event, because they're oftentimes they nerf or they ban the nuking characters, and these two characters are nuking leads. So if Dokkan were to be the true trolls that they are, they would absolutely cook and make these two characters very good, just so that we can't use them on the events where we need them most. So I am expecting great things from these two characters. So let's start with the Super Bebe 2, and let's see what he can do. This is a sub EZA. As you can see here, the medals needed are from a previous event. So if you do want to, you can farm some of these out. I'm sure they'll do something to accommodate these medals in a much easier way, but if you want, you can get started on those medals, just like the Tech Sin Shenron from before. So as what we should do, we should pull up, let me get the original unit details here, and so we can basically compare and see the differences. I mean, no spoiler, he sucks. Like, there's no room. Like, look at that. I don't even need to show you. Like, there's nothing here. This is what his passive was before, and his super attack was terrible. This is with an EZA, by the way. He's garbage. All right, so let's see what happens now with the EZA. His leader skill now becomes 35% for int key spheres. That's cool. Then for the super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and lowers attack. So considering he used to just cause supreme damage, this is already a very good sign. Then for the passive, attack and defense plus 150. When HP is 30% or more, key plus 2 attack and defense plus 100%. Medium chance of turning into a grade 8. Oh, okay. When attacking with 12 or more, key attack and defense plus 150. When there is another Inhuman Deeds, Corroded Body and Mind, or GT Boss category ally attacking in the same turn, launches an additional super attack, chance to crit, damage reduction, and dodge chance, all plus 20%. Okay. When there's a Pure Saiyans, Hybrid Saiyans, or GT Heroes category enemy, launches an additional super, chance to dodge, crit, and damage reduction. All of that is also 20%. So that is a 40%. Okay, that's okay. We're getting somewhere. For every attack performed, attack and defense plus 30% up to 150. Okay, so clearly not a slot 1 unit by any stretch. This is most definitely a slot 2 or slot 3 with 40% damage reduction, 40% dodge chance. It's not the most impressive set of abilities, but considering this is a sub EZA, that's pretty serviceable for a slot 2, slot 3, a unit that benefits from the team support that you would either get from maybe like a Rose or from the Omega Shenron. More importantly, the Omega Shenron. But okay. Yeah, 40% across the board for those. Not bad. I was honestly expecting it to be way worse, even though I know I just said that they would be really good. Dokkan tends to do sub EZAs pretty poorly. What does the giant ape version do? I have a band-aid on my finger and now moving the mouse is impossible. Okay, so this guy greatly raises attack temporarily and causes destructive damage to the enemy, and his passive randomly changes key spheres of a certain type other than int into rainbow, and medium chance to crit. Attack plus 170% for every key sphere obtained. Wow. So orb changing plus that's actually kind of nuts. Although he has no base passive, so that obviously makes up for it. Let's see what the original one was. Nothing. He didn't have a passive. Bro actually didn't have a passive. That is crazy. All right, so let me know what you guys think about Super Bebe 2 on a scale of 1 to 10 with this EZA. It is a sub EZA. And you know what? If anything, glass half full approach, you won't miss it when you're not able to use this on a certain event. So there is that. Also, this guy does not link up with the other guy, right? With the baby. They don't link up because they're the same name. So the other baby is currently the most attractive GT boss other than like the Shadow Dragons in terms of bringing on your team. So this guy sort of interferes with that. Anyway, moving on to the next one. I guess we'll jump over to the GT Super Saiyan 3 now. So let's see what this guy can do. Let's pull up Super Saiyan 3 Goku here. Super Saiyan. Let's go to GT Heroes. There he is. All right, so this guy had a little bit of support going, and then he had attack raising for a few turns, but pitiful stats other than that. All right, so this guy, also a sub EZA. He gets it from the Goku medals. Very cute. So this guy, 35% now STR lead for, per key sphere. And then for the super attack, greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes 3 damage, and raises attack for 3 turns. Nice. Attack and defense plus 200%. All allies attack and defense plus 33%, plus an additional key plus 1 and attack plus 33% for characters who also belong to Giant, A Power, or GT heroes. Okay, now we're talking. Medium chance to turn into a giant. Okay. Giant ape. When attacking, attack and defense plus 200%. When there's a GT heroes or Giant A Power category ally attacking in the same turn, attack and defense plus 150. Chance to crit and chance to dodge plus 50%. When all allies attacking in the same turn are GT heroes or Giant A Power characters, launches an additional super attack and guards. Okay. So he's got guard and he's got a 50% chance to dodge. He provides decent support, pretty good support actually, 66%, and he raises defense on the super. Okay, so that's not bad. Not bad. Again, sub EZA. I've seen worse. All right, and then let's take a look at what his giant form is. I'm assuming it's nothing. Yep, he causes destructive damage. So in this form, I don't expect a whole lot. He would greatly raise attack temporarily, cause destructive. Okay, and then this guy, attack plus 100% for every key sphere obtained. Changes key spheres physical to STR. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type other than those two into rainbow. High chance to crit. Wait, this seems better. Okay, well, I guess that's why. Yeah, because you got a high chance to crit, they are giving this guy attack plus 100% per orb. But okay, you pick up 10 orbs, that's 1,000% attack. You pick up 23 orbs somehow, that's 2,300% attack. But since he's got no backbone passive to start, starting from essentially nothing. But still, all right. So that is your Giant Ape character. Those are your Giant Ape Power characters with the nuking lead. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about these 2 characters. I feel like this guy will be a much more easy fit onto the GT heroes than Super Bebe 2, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now let's move on to the next one here. We got Physical Pan. Pan's whole shtick is that she is a support character. She's supposed to be Omni support or something like that. So let's see what she's got here in the base stats. Physical Pan. Am I blind? Did I miss it? There it is. Nope, I have a band-aid on my hand. Sorry. So an HP, yeah, this is all we got. So, oh, and the super attack also provides some stats. So let's see what we get now from for the super attack. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn, cause supreme damage, raises allies attack by 25% for 2 turns. Now we're talking. So that is a slot 3 support that you can also rotate around with the STR pan. So you can keep having stats coming in. I like that. Attack and defense plus 150. Medium chance to dodge. All allies key plus 2. When attacking, attack and defense plus 150. When HP is 50% or more, attack and defense plus 50%. All allies attack and defense plus 30%. Okay, so you just get regular all allies key boost. Here you get the extra stats. When HP is 30% or more, an additional attack. Wow, okay. Attack and defense plus 30% more, attack and defense plus 50. When all allies attacking, when there's another GT heroes or youth category ally attacking in the same turn, attack and defense plus 100%. Chance to dodge and damage reduction 20% when attacking. When all allies attacking in the same turn are GT heroes or youth, attack and defense plus 100%. Dodge and damage reduction 20% more. So you've got a 40% chance to dodge, actually 70% collective chance to dodge in the passive, and a 40% damage reduction. All the while boasting a 60% all allies boost and can provide multi-turn attack boosting. That is pretty good. And by pretty good, I mean very good for a sub EZA no less. That is huge. Okay. This is like the STR pan. Only this might actually be a little bit better in some sense. Okay. So yeah, okay, so far this is my favorite. Let me know what you guys think about this. This would obviously be like a full dodge build. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Physical Pan on a scale of 1 to 10. How good, how not so good. Moving on to the last couple. So we got Hanky Trunks, right? Where are you? Here you are, nerd. All right, Hanky Trunks. Never liked these characters because they're just so mid, but let's see what the EZA has done to this guy. Okay, so that's what he used to do, which is basically nothing. Okay, for the super attack, he greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes supreme damage, and massively lowers defense. Big improvement from what he used to do. Big improvement from what he used to do. And now going back here, attack and defense plus 150%, randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, int and STR excluded into rainbow. All allies attack plus 30%. When attacking with 12 or more key, attack and defense plus 150. When there is another GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyans category ally attacking in the same turn, attack and defense plus 150. Crit and damage reduction plus 30%. All allies defense plus 30%. Wow, okay. When all allies attacking in the same turn are GT Heroes or Hybrid Saiyans, attack and defense plus 150. Chance to crit and damage reduction plus another 30%. And then all allies attack and defense plus 30%. So Pan and Hanky Trunks both doing the crazy 1-turn support thing. This guy has more tankiness in terms of damage reduction, but okay, I'm seeing a pattern here, and I actually really like it, because what these guys are doing is they're not replacing the new premium characters that we have going on here, but what they're doing is they're bolstering the bench. They're giving you extra spots to fill your teams, to give your team more depth, more cohesion, and it's going to add up. I feel like these guys can't just be judged on their own individual capabilities. It's more so by committee. These guys are providing those extra bits of tissue that will really help make a team a lot more cohesive. This is pretty sick. I actually will enjoy using a Hanky Trunks now, because never did before. Always actively avoided it. Cool. All right. STR Hanky Trunks. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And then lastly, we've got the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, if I remember correctly, this guy's like a stacker or something, right? Is that what he did? Oh no, he just had a regular passive. He was an all types lead, and he is now or he raised attack. I never used him, so I had no idea. Okay, so this guy, his leader skill will also improve to 70%. That'll be good for some link leveling. For the super attack, cause supreme damage, raises allies attack and defense for 3 turns. So it's after the fact, so additionals would probably allow you to truly appreciate what this guy can do in terms of attack boosting, defense boosting. All right, so attack and defense plus 150 per GT Heroes category ally attacking in the same turn. Launch an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super. Oh, so you get to do it. So that means 3 times. Oh, wow. You could do this 3 times. You could launch 3 additional attacks, and each of them has a high chance of becoming a super. So that will really allow you to get the most out of that super attack effect. Attack plus 100% when attacking, but that's per GT hero. So this is actually attack plus 300%, and this would be defense plus 210% when receiving an attack. When all allies attacking the same turn are GT heroes, attack plus 100%. Crit and damage reduction 50% when HP is 50% or less, or when there's a GT boss category enemy, performs a crit, guards all attacks. Okay, so this is unfortunately a little bit more specific. You don't want to be in this type of a situation where you're below, but when you're fighting GT boss, you will face this, you'll deal with this. Okay, again, these are sub EZAs. So the fact that they are able to give you this much as a sub EZA, in my opinion, again, I'm very easily impressed. I'm actually pretty excited with these characters. I think these characters are going to be very useful. This guy has the potential to be probably the most impressive in terms of just like stats. But obviously there's some drawback because he is a little bit more of a specific conditional character. But they all look promising. Probably the least exciting would be the Super Bebe and the GT Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Where is it? This guy. Probably. But I mean, even still, going back to these guys, yeah, we have nice support from this one. Probably, you know what? I think the worst one might be this. Because now I kind of forgot. What did he do again? Yeah, I think it's because there's no support going on. I think it's just more so that he individually has about 40% damage reduction, 40% dodge. Neither really can be reliable. So that's probably why retroactively this might be the least hype. But still, it's going to be fun to see what all of these guys can do on their actual teams in the proper situations. Another big bad boss character, so he will continue that line of synergy. A lot of big bad boss GT boss characters, so that's going to obviously help. He also has Saiyan Roar, which is interesting. I think he is the only yeah, you know what? Actually, fun fact, there are only like a handful of characters that are extreme units with Saiyan Roar. You're not going to see this link getting activated a whole lot, but yeah, he's got some potential here. So that is the entire look at the roster. Let me see if they've added anything else since I went through all of these. Nope, that was it. So again, I think looking at these upgrades by a committee sort of standard, I'm excited. GT Heroes gets more depth. GT Bosses gets more depth. These characters will fit in and provide some nice key slots for teams that, whether you're struggling to fill a roster or not, they will give you that. As far as individually, can they handle cataclysmic world-breaking damage? Maybe not. Some of these characters might be a bit of a disappointment in that regard, but I'm choosing to look at it more from the macro perspective. Also, these characters are sub EZAs, so obviously that means we will not be getting stones for this. All of these characters, every single one of them, are sub EZAs. So they are all going to be getting, they're going to be awakening using the medals from a pre-existing event. So because there are so many, I don't think the burden is going to be on us to get them all ahead of time or whenever. I think they're going to release some sort of a mission just to get all of these done. So that's the one silver lining, but I guess, yeah, that is the one downside, not to get any stones from all this. But hey, you know what? I would still prefer that these characters not get left in the lurch. Like, I want them to get some sort of an update. So the fact that they are means more flexibility, more combinations for GT Hero, mainly GT Heroes. GT Bosses, if you have the other baby, that's going to be the better choice for now. After the celebration is over, this guy will be the better fit. And then again, a couple of events, you won't be able to use him or the GT Super Saiyan 3. But whatever. I know you guys will let me know in the comments. I'm looking forward to it. I'm easily impressed. Let's see what the final judgments are post-showcase. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on these characters overall. Which ones do you like? Which ones do you not like? I think the one that stands out to me the most would be the Physical Pan and the Hanky Trunks. Those two I think I'm most looking forward to because they support pretty well. The one I'm probably least looking forward to might be the Int Baby. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also be sure to subscribe for more content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you want to see more myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and ours to Dokkan responsibly.